Don't kiss your kids if you have an STD around your mouth or a cold sore. Those things are transmittable, and your children will have to live with that cold sore on their face for the rest of their life. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. I've been counseling people for many years now. And one of the things that I've wanted to talk about is the cold sore or having any form of the herpes virus on your face and kissing your children, which a cold sore is a form of the herpes virus. And many, many years ago when I was a scientist at East Carolina University, I did some research. Actually, no, I did research actually before that at UNCC on herpes and things like that. And herpes is highly transmittable. But a lot of people, they kiss their children and then their kids grow up having this cold sore and things like that. But cold sores aren't the only thing. I mean, you have mononucleosis, the kissing disease, and other things like that. So if you know that you have those things, it's always a good idea. And I can't, of course I can't tell grown people what to do, but I just know from working with people for as long as I have that this causes adult children so many years worth of distress and so much shame around something that they can't ever get rid of. And unfortunately, I don't know there's any makeup good enough to cover that up. But they always, I've counseled a lot of people who have a lot of shame around sort of, one, the cosmetic look of things, but two, having to explain, this kind of stuff to partners and whatnot, and having this fear of judgment, plus any other, side effects or complications, that it can cause. But that's one thing. So just a PSA to not kiss your children if you have a herpes virus. And when you have it, it's usually tingling, it spreads, or anything, even if you don't know what it is, because it can be contagious. The other thing about herpes is not only is it contagious to your children, but it's also contagious to you. There is a process, auto-inoculation, if my memory serves me right, where you can actually spread it to yourself if you continue to touch on your hands and things like that. And so that can cause a number of challenges as well. And cold sores aren't an STI, but they are a form, per se, but they are a form of the herpes virus as well. But these things can have long-term psychological consequences for people who are struggling with that. And while, some people may normalize it, lots of other people still have a great deal of shame around it. They don't want to leave their home, or they're not really sure how to cover it up. And, there's just a lot of anxiety around that. So thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, follow, and share.